Hola, buenas tardes, ¿cómo están mi amigos? Hi guys, I'm Anurag Chaudhary and welcome to my channel No Border Chow. Currently I am in this small village called Madhapur, which is in the northernmost part of Punjab, and as you can see behind me is the river Ravi, which separates the state borders of Punjab and the Union Territory of Jammu. And right now I'm on the Punjab bank, and on the other side of the river is the land of Jammu. I wish I could like set foot on the braided island which is in the middle of the river and then shout out loud that I'm standing in a no man's land, but I don't think that's possible because the velocity of the water is too high, and I don't think I can reach that end, so there's no point discussing. One of the main reasons that I took a pit stop at this place is firstly because it forms the halfway mark from the journey from Amritsar to Dalhousie. I took a flight from Bombay to Amritsar, and from the Amritsar airport I've booked a private cab for myself. And at the halfway point you're going to cross this place called Pathankot and Madhapur village. This is exactly where the river passes, so I thought why not grab some food and at the same time get a glimpse of the river Ravi. So I shall see you guys directly once I check into my Zostel in Dalhousie, where I'm going to give you further details of how I booked my flight tickets and the cab services that I have opted to reach Dalhousie. See you guys once I reach. So I checked into my Zostel last evening and it was freezing cold. So it just brings out the sweater weather in me for a Mumbaiker. And speaking of the Zostel, Zostel is like the first and the largest chain of backpacker community in India. It was like established back in the 2013, that's what I've read. The reason I choose this, or many other solo travelers like me choose this, is because it plays its own role, in providing very affordable dormitory bed pricing, thus helping people like me to spend greater number of days staying at a place rather than in transit, because it just overlooks the exorbitant hotel tariffs otherwise. And speaking of the hotel tariffs, I usually book through booking.com or Agoda, and in this instance I booked through Agoda because it was cheaper. So I got one dormitory bed for a price of 550 rupees per night, which is not inclusive of any breakfast, but they do provide you linen and towels at an extra additional charge, or you could just carry it for yourself. There are around 2 or 3 options available. One is a private room where you can get 4 single beds, or a 4 mixed dormitory, or an 8 mixed dormitory. 8 mixed dormitory being the cheapest and a private suite being the costliest. So you can choose what suits your comfort level and your budget. The best part of the hostel is the view that I get from the common lounge, or the area where people gather around in the evening, have a bonfire, barbecue food, which I did happen to do last night, and it was really fun. And speaking of other expenses such as travel, is one being the flight fare, of course. I do not, with time, I have started booking just a day prior, because I'm always tight on schedule, the leaves to be sanctioned from my company. So I use this HDFC Smart Buy, where the rates are much cheaper than the official website prices. And on top of that, because I pay through my credit card, I could pay it in reward points, also on reward points and cashback accordingly. So it's a great saver pack in total. The view just can't get any better. It's like there's a hailstorm, there are small cubes of ice that are falling accompanied with rain, and just look at the view from the open terrace. I am almost positive that this is just a passing shower, and within a few moments the sun's going to be out and it's going to be bright. So I'm going to head out to Dalhousie and check out first Panchkula, followed by a visit to the Gandhi Chowk, try some momos or any other Tibetan food that I can get my hands on, and later I have an action-packed afternoon where I'll be heading for paragliding, followed by the most awaited part of this trip is a visit to Khajjiar. Yeah, let's not waste time. Let's get changed and head out again. Panchpula, it is the most famous tourist destination in Dalhousie, and it is known as Panchpula because it is the place where five, streams combine, or the combination of five river streams. That's why it gets its name, the Panchpula.
We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside.
And alas, this is an amazing letdown because there is hardly any flow in this pre-monsoon waterfall. And I don't know whom to blame. I feel quite upset because I trekked up half a kilometer just to watch this, and I think I want to go down and tsunami my driver. That's the least I can do. At the moment, maybe it has a great post-monsoon vibe, and you all should surely visit this post-monsoon. So yeah, I have come directly to Gandhi Chowk and I will be looking for some great momos in the Indo-Tibetan market. Let's see how it turns out, and then to avoid any further disappointment, I'll just head straight to Khajjiar. These are so freaking good, and the best part about momos is that momos can never let you down, or it just can't go wrong. The tandoori momos are charred and sprinkled with a little bit of mayonnaise, and that just enriches the taste further. These chicken tandoori momos cost about 200 bucks, and you get like 8 pieces, and it's really filling, trust me when I say that. Howsoever many those butter-soaked parathas I had back in Punjab are all being burnt down in this just one trek, and I'm finding it difficult to breathe as the altitude increases. But yeah, taking my own short breaks as I try to make my way to the summit. So yeah, I have finally reached the summit where the takeoff point is, and I am super pumped to be spending my birthday or this birthday week doing an adventure activity, that too paragliding. I am done with scuba, snorkeling, and I have seen how the underwater world is, and now let's conquer the air Hope that makes sense. But yeah, let's get done with this shit. I'm super pumped. Though there's a certain amount of, fear associated with the takeoff and landing, but I'm sure 100% that I'll get done with that easily.
Being stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. Where you wanna go, stars align onto your face, pretty sweet your sour taste, make me sing along, sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning.
And without a doubt, that was one of the most exciting experiences of this trip, and I couldn't have asked for better. Giving you a little insight about the packages that are available here, there is something called a medium flight and a long flight. The medium flight takes you for around 3 kilometers and cost about 1500, whereas the long flight takes you for around 7 kilometers and cost around 2000 bucks. So it's really worth the price, and it's fun, and I'll see you guys in my next location. And I'm finally here. This is it. This is the first and the last place that I wanted to visit in this trip because it got me to Himachal Pradesh. This place is called as Khajjiar, and it is located around 12 kilometers to the east of Dalhousie. And as you can see, currently I'm walking on this lush green meadows surrounded by a fringe of coniferous trees. It is just majestic of view. This place is also called the mini Switzerland of India, and I have no second thoughts as to why it gets its name, because this place is beyond majestic, and I just wonder how this place would look, like during peak monsoon when the entire mountains and the trees are covered in cloud. Other than the majestic views, a noteworthy mention should be the weather. It is so pleasant. It's really cool. It's somewhere around mid-June. The temperatures are like around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. The sun's bright and high, and there's clear visibility of the trees and the mountains that are overlapping this area. And if y'all get a chance, please do visit Khajjiar and Dalhousie, and please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys very soon. Muchas gracias and hasta pronto.